This news update is brought to you by
I'm happy. Now I'm gonna take my time. I'm happy. Enjoying myself with lime. I'm happy. Escape from reality. Yay! And let lime take care of me. We're just happy and smiling. Doing almost anything. Having fun and just living. Shopping, chilling, everything.
Get happy with Barbados' largest and fastest 4G network. Activate any Lime prepaid or postpaid mobile plan today.
This is the Barbados Today evening update for Friday, October the 31st, 2014. I'm Emmanuel Joseph. A warm welcome to you. We begin with some heartbreaking scenes for St. Michael family. Early today, a demolition crew accompanied by court marshals tore down the home of the Stoute family at Belle Gully in St. Michael. The family, which have been living on the rented land for more than 5 decades, were given notice on Tuesday from the landowners that they must be out by today. When a Barbados team visited them earlier this morning, members of the family were in the process of packing up some of their belongings. However, the process was not completed by the time the demolition crew got underway at around noon. Spokesman for the family, Stoute, said they had nowhere else to go. Businessman Rodney Wilkinson is enjoying his first hours of freedom, at least for the time being. Wilkinson, who is accused of 67 counts of criminal deception, was released on bail around noon today after more than a month behind bars. His bail was set at $1.5 million, and among those who appeared in court today as sureties for the embattled Wilkinson were BlackRock-based car dealer Lionel Riley, Jean Earl, who is wheelchair-bound, and Janet Clark. Meanwhile, lawmen have seized a quantity of drugs at the Bridgetown Port worth about $3 million. According to Police Public Relations Officer Inspector David Welch, a joint search of a container by the Drug Squad, Customs and Excise Enforcement Division, and the port security found 119 packages of cannabis with a total weight of 750.5 pounds. Police made the discovery yesterday inside the container, which came in from Jamaica. To news from the industrial front, the National Union of Public Workers is accusing the management of the Barbados Community College of stalling negotiations on contractual issues. The accusation came after NUPW officials met with workers at Union Headquarters Dalkeith. Officials barred from entering the BCC compound this morning by armed police officers.
It seems to us that the management of the Barbados Community College, and by extension the board, has no intention of meeting with the union in any haste to rectify these problems. But what has been drawn to our attention and what is very, very disturbing is that some members of staff who are not permanent members has reported that they feel bludgeoned if they do not sign their contract. There are perceived threats that if you do not sign, you might lose your job, that your hours can be cut. So this circle of fear, and hence a lot of persons are not necessarily reluctant to join the fight, but feel that they will be victimized if they so do.
Labour Minister Dr. Esther Basuku was called in this morning after the situation came to a head. And NUPW General Secretary Dennis Clark has revealed that a letter will also be sent to the Director of the National Insurance Department, Ian Carrington.
I will alert him that there are 200 of you. All right. Okay, I understand some staff by then they got the National Insurance sought to correct it. But this time I will write a mass to them and tell them, look out, that will be coming one after the other.
And now for an update on the impasse between Banks Holdings Limited and the Barbados Workers Union. Chief Executive Officer and Managing Director of BHL, Richard Cozier, tells Barbados Today that talks will continue for at least another 2 weeks. The two sides met twice this week to thrash out issues which led to 80% of the company's staff walking off the job last Friday. Corsia says a number of issues on the agenda have been settled, but there were several more still pending.
Next week we have another series of meetings planned, so it looks to me like, you know, within another week or two, everything would be settled to everybody's satisfaction, and we would get back to smooth sailing. Not that it's not smooth at the moment, but you know, we're still addressing some outstanding matters.
Corsia says the company is still crunching the numbers on the effect of the strike and predicts that it will be in the six-figure range.
There's regional and international news after this short break.
The Barbados Food and Wine and Rum Festival, November 20th to 23rd. Taste the culinary delights of top local and international chefs like Marcus Samuelson, Anne Burrell, Tyler Florence, Roger Mooking, Michael Hines, Dane Sadler, Daphne's Restaurant, and more. The Barbados Food and Wine and Rum Festival, 5th edition, November 20th to 23rd. Visit foodwinerum.com or contact Premier Event Services Inc. at 435-0670. Get your tickets now at Wine World or Ticketpal.com.
In sports, it appears that the West Indies Cricket Board will use the International Cricket Council's Executive Board's meeting in Dubai on November the 10th to extend an olive branch to the Board of Control for Cricket in India. The WICB President Dave Cameron will meet with ICC Chairman N. Srinivasan on November the 9th to apologize for the fiasco. Reports are that the WICB is also expected to request that the BCCI settle the matter amicably instead of pursuing legal options that could see the WICB liable to financial penalties in excess of $40 million. While indications are that the BCCI is open to dialogue, some members are reportedly incensed after discovering that Cameron was in Dubai at the time of the growing impasse but failed to travel to India. Over in Jamaica now, where it was a mad rush for drivers to grab money flying around a Maryland highway after an armored truck's door burst open. According to police, one of the truck's locks malfunctioned, causing a bag of cash to fall onto the Interstate 270, which caused cash to rain down on the road. A number of drivers stopped on the interstate and grabbed what cash they could before a fire department vehicle arrived. It was unclear how much money was lost, but police are urging drivers who took the cash to return it or face charges of theft. And finally, further afield, one person is dead and another was injured today after the Virgin Galactic SpaceShipTwo tourist aircraft crashed in the California desert. The craft was flying a manned test when it experienced what the company describes as a serious anomaly. British space scientist Dr. David Whitehouse analyzed the incident with the BBC.
Looking at the debris on the ground, that's consistent with the fragmentation of SpaceShipTwo as it was ascending. The crew of two would have been lucky to get out, and if one of them has died, then that is extremely tragic. The other one would have been lucky to survive this, because this is a very catastrophic thing to happen. Now, how much time the crew would have had to get out, how much they would have been able to do, we don't know at the moment. But the worrying thing is that this is the vehicle that tourists were going to be placed on at the end of next year. This is a test flight of the very design of vehicle that would have taken tourists into space. I think that this shows that there is no such thing as routine, regular, safe access to space.
And on that note, we come to the end of this evening's update. We will be back again on Monday morning. Until then, remember to log on to www.barbadostoday.bb, subscribe to our e-paper and email updates, or like us on Facebook. You can also catch us on Izumi Media in bus terminals or Screenplay at supermarkets and gas stations near you. Also tune in to Channel 101 on Lime TV to get all the latest news and sports. I'm Emmanuel Joseph. Have a safe and enjoyable weekend.
This news update is brought to you by
I'm happy. Now I'm gonna take my time. I'm happy. Enjoying myself with lime. I'm happy. Escape from reality. Yeah. And let life
Get happy with Barbados' largest and fastest 4G network. Activate any Lime prepaid or postpaid mobile plan today.